want to tell us why we're here?
Gentlemen, please calm yourselves. I'll explain in due time.
Well, I reckon you better hurry up, because my friend here has got an itchy trigger finger and is just waiting to send you 6 feet under.
I have brought you to the 21st century. Be not afraid. I would just like to hear your stories in your own words. You, Mr. Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, and you, Harry Alonzo Longbow, a.k.a. the Sundance Kid.
How do you know our names? Better say the truth or I'll pull this trigger. Now wait just a minute. Let the man speak. We're not going to get anywhere with you threatening him all the time, Sundance. It is just as I've told you. I have brought you to the future. If you don't believe me, direct your eyes to the time vortex that is responsible. Well, I'll be darned. Would you look at that? I know, it is quite impressive. It did take me nearly 5 minutes to put together. But now, will you be seated so we may begin? Alright, who'd like to go first? Well, mister, what would you like to know? Reckon we can tell you just about anything, seeing as the authorities sure ain't gonna catch us here. I don't trust 'em, Butch. Now be quiet. And how did you, Mr. Parker, get into the crime business?
Well, it all started when I left home and went to work on a dairy farm. Met my mentor in crime, Mike Cassidy. He was a cattle rustler and a horse thief too. My first crime was when I tried borrowing a pair of jeans and a piece of pie. I left a note saying I'd return the money, but I guess it just wasn't good enough for the shopkeeper. He turned me in and I was caught, but nothing major came out of that.
So it all started with a piece of pie. How quaint. All this talk about food has gotten me famished. Can I interest you gentlemen in anything? Well, are we gonna get this over with or what? Patience, my friend. No need to be rude. And how did you, the infamous Sundance Kid, get introduced to the world of crime?
That would have to be when I was 20, and I stole from a ranch in Wyoming. Wasn't like it was that big a deal. I only took a gun, a saddle, and a horse, but those rotten folks felt the need to sentence me to jail for 1.5 years. It was during that time in the big house that I got the name the Sundance Kid.
You did steal from them. Didn't they have the right? Why, I oughta... Now calm down, Sundance. The man's just asking us to answer a few simple questions. And he, just like everyone else, is entitled to his own opinion. Don't you forget it. Thank you, Mr. Parker. So how did you two meet? You want to take this one, Sundance? I refuse to speak to this man anymore. Suit yourself. The year was 1896, and Sundance here had just gotten out of jail. And that very same year, we'd go on to rob our first bank together as the Wild Bunch in Montpelier, Idaho. The date was August 13th. And how did that little endeavor turn out for you?
Well, it was at first, but it turned out just fine. There were a tight spot or two, but we made it out with over $7 grand in total. Heck, I even shared a hotel room with one of the deputies on her tail while I was on the lam on the way to Iowa. Good thing he didn't get much of a look at me, or the Wild Bunch could have been dead before it even got started.
Impressive. So of your many exploits, which would you call your finest? Or most dastardly, as the case may be. Well, I, for one, would have to go with the Wilcox train robbery, which happened on June 2nd, 1899. And what distinguishes this event specifically?
Well, it's not every day that you get to blow a train to smithereens and have money rain down around you, practically painting the prairie green. Phew, not to mention the chase that followed. Sundance and I were in a tight spot, all right. Lawmen at our backs, 50-foot drop into a roaring river in the front. But we got out all right. Sundance here still doesn't know how to swim.
You said we'd never speak of that again! Anyway, Sundance, you were about to tell me about your finest moment as an outlaw. If I had to pick one, I'd say Winmucker Bank robbery, September 19th, 1900. Ah, yes, I always had you as more of a bank-robbing fellow anyhow. Anyway, as I was saying, it was the perfect crime. Ha! Hardly.
Butch is just mad 'cause he weren't able to come. Busted into the joint, just 3 of us, trigger fingers itching, and escaped cleanly with a cool $32,640 in cash. That's not even the best part. As if cleaning them out wasn't enough, we sent them a picture with a nice little note expressing our sincere gratitude for the dough they had been so kind as to let us borrow.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I've learned a lot. But now I have something to tell you. You'll be killed in Bolivia, unfortunately, after being chased by soldiers. Your lives of crime finally caught up to you. Well, thanks for sharing that with us, mister, but fortunately for you, my friend here, not good with bad news. Goodbye, mister. Adios, senor.
Adios, senor. Please come again.
Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, I'm done.
Stop swiveling!
I'm not swiveling!
You are!
The chair swivels!
You are such a bad actor.
Look angry.
No, don't look angry. That's
Molly's
not
out to
good.
get you. Sit. Sit.
I feel like I own these people. Like I am superior.
Okay.
And if you don't believe me, you can direct your eyes to the time vortex responsible that isn't doing anything.
Oh my god, it wasn't on, I'll tell you now.
Why am I in an Australian accent? Uh-oh. The accents, I'm losing the accent. This isn't good. Are you filming right now? Shit. I can't do this on command. This is weird. Are you filming? Of course you are.
You know, Valerie, you should go as Alice Cooper. All right.
Got a nice close-up on the sheer terror of the cat.
Prop master.
Adios, senor.
Do that again.
Adios, senor. Please come again.
Okay, do that again.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Fight!